Welcome back to Uprising. I'm Sonali Kohatkar. The Northwest Frontier Province is a name that began being bandied about in the Western media after the September 11th attacks. It is a mysterious region in the rugged mountainous border between Afghanistan and Pakistan, where tribal communities rule themselves and into which extremist groups like Al-Qaeda and the Taliban move in and out, taking advantage of favorable social and political conditions. It's an area that the U.S. has repeatedly bombed with drones and that the Pakistani army has also laid siege to. It's also an area that provides a troubled backdrop to a new novel by Fatima Bhutto, the talented journalist and author whose earlier book is Songs of Blood and Sword. Bhutto is also a poet and a political columnist. She happens to be the niece of the assassinated former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto and the granddaughter of former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Her new book is called The Shadow of the Crescent Moon, a novel about three brothers living in the town of Mir Ali in Waziristan, northwest Pakistan, who have differing aspirations for their future. The Financial Times called it, quote, a human story with love as well as ideology. I'm very pleased to welcome Fatima Bhutto to Uprising live from Karachi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, we had you on our show in 2010 about your earlier book, Songs of Blood and Sword, so it's great to have you back on with your new book. And I very much enjoyed reading your book. In the U.S., people don't really have much context for what life in a place like Mir Ali is like. And also, it's very much unknown here in the United States, even though our tax dollars have bombed the areas around that. Is your book an attempt to humanize a place that really ought to occupy some commentary and some time in particularly the U.S. consciousness?
Yes, that's right. It's not just the U.S., it's all over the world. Whenever you look at Pakistan, you only see it as a news story, as a headline, and that headline is terrifying and violent. But we always seem to miss the people, the ordinary men and women behind those stories, and especially the women. So Shadow of the Crescent Moon was important for me to do because I wanted to talk about what it's like for young people, what it's like for young women and young men in their 20s and their 30s in a place like Pakistan, and actually how so much more connects them to the world than disconnects them.